Hello, hi, ciao. My name is Mariia and I'm an architect and guide. Today I'm traveling to another Italian city just 1 hour away from Rome. The city is very controversial but has its own hidden gems. We will explore them today. Now I'm standing next to the most famous pizzeria here and can't wait to have my breakfast. So let's start the day, shall we? Let me ask you a question. If I say Napoli, what would you immediately think of? For me, it's the world-famous pizza Napolitana. That I knew for sure I had to try in this city. While I was looking for the right place to eat pizza, I found out that Napoli is generally a city full of amazing food delights. As soon as you step out of the train station, you can stop by a popular place and grab yourself a babà. For me, however, this dessert came a bit later on the menu. I decided to have pizza for breakfast. My 10-year-old self would have never believed such luck, but as an adult I can do it. What a privilege. Which pizzeria did I choose? Of course the one from the movie Eat, Pray, Love. Seeing Julia Roberts eat this pizza, I was sold and wanted the same experience. The place opens at 10:30 and within about 20 minutes all the tables were taken. So if you want to skip the line, breakfast might be your best bet. The menu is very short. Basically you can choose between 4 types. All with cheeses, tomatoes and basil. And all the same price, €6. We went for the pecorino one, with the sheep's cheese. The interior of this place is not pretentious at all, but those green tiles are the signature to this pizzeria. If you take the picture here, the place will be immediately recognized. The furniture is also simple and the tables are mostly shared, bringing people together and uniting them around the food, referring to Italian traditions. The kitchen, or I better say the pizza oven, is open so you can watch your pizza being made right in front of you. But let's talk about the pizza itself. Is it really tasty? Yes, it's cheesy, rich and definitely not the cliché of the healthy food. But it's so good. A tip from me, bring cash. At this pizzeria you can only pay with cash. In general, having cash in Napoli will make your life much easier. We left with the full stomach, but still in a search for coffee. Obviously a good espresso. Here in the south, I've heard it's even stronger than in Rome. I feel so happy to be such an espresso girl, especially in Italy, and not one of those people who think that coffee in here is bad and burnt. I truly enjoy it. The place that we found was run by women, and I often notice places like this in Italy led by ladies, which I absolutely love. And as promised, the coffee in Napoli was indeed strong. Napoli is a very old city. It still remembers the ancient Greeks, then Romans and later even Spanish, so it's no surprise that the main street is called Via Toledo. However, some of the buildings unfortunately look rather heartbreaking. But Napoli is also a city of contrast. Just around the corner from the struggling districts, you might find fancy signors and absolutely polished facades inside these historically poor neighborhoods. And with this imperfection, there is a room for art. Those hearts you see on the streets of some poor districts, that's an art project called, sorry my Italian, Cuori di Napoli. Hearts symbolizes resilience, community love and hope in areas historically marked by poverty, crime and neglect. The goal is turn pain into love and spread a visual message of unity across the city. They brought me to the super vibrant and touristic areas, full of the life and souvenirs, including one of the most famous from Napoli. Sorry again, Corno di Napoli. It looks like a chili pepper, but it's actually a horn. It symbolizes all the important things for a person. It protects you from the bad or envious looks, supports fertility, and surely bring good luck. In this I feel Italians and Russians are very similar. And if you happen to break it, don't be sad. It means it already served its purpose. I feel like it's the perfect souvenir. In this video I'll leave you without any museums, but there is still one landmark in Napoli I really want to show you. I'm talking about the Duomo, the main cathedral of the city. Its architecture is truly eclectic, because just like Napoli itself, it developed through the ages. It started from the ancient basilica, but today you'll see a neo-Gothic facade from the 19th century, which actually hides a proper Gothic structure from the 14th century, alongside Baroque influence, especially in the cupola. This style you might remember from my Rome video. It's beautiful, free to enter, and perfect place to escape the southern heat and the touristic chaos, at least for a little while. And if you happen to be in Napoli in May, September or December, you might witness the miracle of this cathedral. It's believed that the dried blood of the Napoli's patron saint, San Gennaro, liquefies during the special ceremonies. When it doesn't, Neapolitans fear something bad might happen, like earthquakes or even war. But don't worry, lately things in the Napoli seems to be going according to the legend, which means it's time to explore a bit more of the city. Let's head to one of the most iconic streets of Napoli, Spaccanapoli. The name literally means Napoli's splitter, because the street cuts straight through the historic center. It still follows the layout of Greek and Roman city planning. Today it's loud, colorful, chaotic, and completely, unmistakably Neapolitan. Here you'll find everything Napoli is famous for: souvenirs, trattorias, seafood, pizza, performers, signors, and of course, street food. As I walked through the street, I just kept staring and being amazed at how Neapolitans and everyone visiting can really enjoy the life so fully, even in the middle of this imperfect surroundings. It really feels like they're celebrating the simple fact of being alive. And honestly, are they wrong? I don't think so. On the way to the lunch spot I picked slightly off the touristic track, I came across a mural of another symbolic character of Napoli, Pulcinella, a masked figure from Neapolitan tradition. And then, surprise, a monument to Dante Alighieri. I didn't expect that, but it turns out that Napoli was once a leading city of a culture and literature in Italy. That was new to me too. And from cultural icons to more human needs, let's talk food. The place I had marked was highly rated, but unfortunately it was fully booked. So if you're in Napoli, try it for me. Instead, we went to a spot just across the street, which also promised a great seafood, especially octopus, which was one of my top food goals here. No surprise, Napoli is a harbor city. So if you're a seafood fan, you'll have a plenty to choose from. One thing is certain, you will never leave Napoli hungry. Returning to the shopping street to another famous delight from my list, I came across another symbol of Napoli, the iconic actress Sophie Loren, depicted as a Virgin Mary. I'm truly impressed by how Neapolitans cherish their heritage, something we could all learn from. And now it's dessert time. In Napoli, they say that the babà is not just a dessert, it's practically a cultural icon. Sure, the French and Polish might argue they invented it. And yes, they have a point. But Neapolitans turned it into something truly their own. Here it's smaller, fluffier, and absolutely soaked in rum. I started with the small one, but trying to bite it, impossible. Just did it in one go, standing on the street, surrounded by the spirit of the city. After this amount of sugar, an espresso was absolutely necessary. Likely in Napoli, there are always a cafe nearby. Just pick one that catches your eye. The espresso here fits exactly to my taste. Strong, smooth, and intense. In the cafe that I chose, they also sold souvenirs. Coffee, mocha pots, little things to bring the taste of Napoli home. But personally, I decided to take another taste, not to home, but to Rome. I passed by a beautiful dessert shop I couldn't resist. A bit fancier version of the babà was waiting for me here. The place is very popular, elegantly designed and run by a team of friendly women. I picked my sweet souvenir, and with a smile, full heart and full stomach, I slowly made my way towards the central station, taking my final impressions of Napoli, the city that is not always the most polished and definitely not the cleanest, but one that is overflowing with life, energy and flavor. So I won't say goodbye, only until next time. I'm finishing the video from the train to Rome. It's already evening. We spent a beautiful day in Napoli, mostly eating, but the city is full of the special delights. So I hope once you come here, you use my recommendations. But for now, I'm finishing, and if you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and until next time. Ciao!